Imparo l'estate quando piove, nei giorni grigi di novembre, e inventerò parole nuove per alternarmi ai suoi silenzi. Saprò cambiare la mia vita seguendo il ritmo della sua, trovando il punto di equilibrio dei sentimenti per lei, per lei, per lei. Andrò a cercare nei miei sogni le chiavi che apriranno i suoi, per imparare a rispettare questa inquietudine fra noi. Poi strapperò dalle mie labbra le cose che non osavo dire, per cancellare tutti i suoi dubbi e le sue paure. Per lei, per lei, per lei, oh per lei. Io me ne andrò ai limiti dell'impossibile per lei supererò me stesso e mi trasformerò se vuole. Saremo indivisibili, estremi indispensabili per lei. Non parleremo più di ieri, farò di noi il mio domani, certo soltanto per amarci, forse per non morire mai. Per lei, per lei, per lei, oh per lei. Io me ne andrò ai limiti dell'impossibile per lei supererò me stesso e mi trasformerò se vuole. Saremo indivisibili, estremi indispensabili per lei. Il tempo io lo fermerò per dare un po' di eternità a quei momenti che troppo presto se ne vanno via. Per lei, per lei, oh per lei, per lei. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
And good afternoon, dear whole. How are you doing? Here is Giada. It's Friday, 2 p.m. Yes, I am live today. You have no idea. You guys are so kind. Every day I get text, are you going to be alive today or not? I'm going to have by the end of this show the exact days and times, so you guys not where I'm gonna be live. And actually, and if anything change, you know, every time you go on my social media, I always put all the things over there for you. How are you guys doing? It's 2 p.m. in Las Vegas. The blinds are closed, but the sun is shining and it's very, very hot actually. Yeah? We have a temperature of 41 Celsius, which is 110 Fahrenheit. It's very hot. Thank God there is no humidity in Las Vegas because it is desert weather. I know you guys in New York have a less higher temperature where it's 5 p.m. in the afternoon, but I know you guys have 90% of humidity. I lived there for 11 years, so I know it's sticky and humid. You sweat a lot here. At least if you are in the shadows of inside the air conditioning, when you can put it on, you don't sweat that much. But of course it's hot and it makes you a little bit sleepy and tired. Guys, sono le 23 in Italia per voi, c'è sempre qualcuno che ci guarda dall'Italia, ragazzi quasi buonanotte per voi, 22 for you guys in Ireland and England. I see Richard Unger from Liverpool and I saw Antonio also over there from Dublin. And of course, good morning for all my friends that are watching from Australia. I think I saw also Joyce appearing. I see Doug appearing from Sacramento. And how are you guys doing? Actually, how was your week? I know we are kind of out of COVID-19. Some people are saying we are not out of COVID-19. We have some freedom to go around. So nevertheless, I keep saying to everybody, I stress to everybody, keep wearing your mask, keep social distance, keep disinfecting your hands. Don't hug, don't shake hands. And you know how much I do love. If you know me personally, you know how much I do love to hug and shake hands with people, but I'm not doing that just because I want to be safe. And actually, I'm working on preparing some interview also with that has to do more with the situation of COVID, because I think we need to get and stay informed, and we have to talk about realities, the good things, the bad things, and everything. So on the back, are you admiring what is on my back? Is anybody making a comments about what is there on the back? Guys, that place on the back is actually where I grew up. I was born and raised, as you may know, in the region of Veneto, just outside Venice, and that's actually are the hills outside Venice called le Colline del Prosecco di Conegliano and Valdobbiadene, that since 2019 is also a UNESCO site. We will be talking today actually about wine. Can you see? I have a green screen, so I have to put the glass in front of me. This is a fantastic. I promised you that July would have had wine, and I keep my promise. So I asked my friends, actually from the place that you see on the back, that's where they are, from this amazing company. They are two brothers and one sister, and they produce this amazing, they have a wine company. They have several companies. I played some videos for you in the last couple of weeks, and I mean, they are amazing. And you know me, I'm not a big wine drinker. Actually, I'm a not at all wine drinker, but I wanted to educate myself because I am Italian, and my father is making fun all the time to me. He said, you don't drink wine, they're going to take away your passport. So I don't want Italy to take away my passport. So I'm going to be learning more about wine, and hopefully you're going to be enjoying learning more about wine together with me. And today we will learn more about Prosecco, which is the amazing fruity wine that I'm smelling. I've learned a new word, fruity, yes, because it smells like fruits. Yeah, JJ is laughing at me. But yesterday, you know, I dig a little bit in wine, and I know wine can have a smell of fruits. So it's a fruity kind of wine. This Prosecco I have in front of me is bubbling. It's yellow. And I'm going to tell you in a little bit if it's delicious also, but it smells delicious. I have to agree with JJ. JJ loves Prosecco. This one smells great. So today, before we start to talk about Prosecco, while we enjoying that beautiful landscape, then I'm seeing now how beautiful it is. I mean, growing up, you know, when you grow up and you see those things, for me it was just like everyday kind of scenery. Now, because I see it together with you, with the eyes of somebody that doesn't live there anymore, because I go there only twice a year, I can see the beauty. Look at that color, look at the thing. By the way, we're going to be talking about that because it's a place that you can go and visit, and it's spectacular. Before all that we start with birthday and events of the day. Now, because I'm not going live every day, we don't have birthday and events every day, but I know you guys love it very much. So because of that, with Doug Hartline in Sacramento, that helps me to put these things together, we decided to have some honorable mention on the day off. If something happened on the day with the show, there's no Giada Life, we will announce it to you. Like, we start from yesterday, because remember, Tuesday I was live, by the way, with my guest, Margaret Carey, and you guys adored her like I did. And we did the events and birthday until last Wednesday. So we start from July 9. That July 9, so basically yesterday, in 1988, we go far, far back. From our Irish friends, the city of Dublin is founded on the banks of the river Liffey. Look at that. I even didn't know. I've never been to Dublin of Ireland, so this is in the places I want to go. It's very green, it's beautiful. And in 1357, Charles IV, the Holy Roman Emperor, assists Delano at the foundation of the Stone of Charles Bridge in Prague, one of the most beautiful places in the world, Doug is saying. I guess Doug has been there. It's comparable to being in a fairy tale, except for one thing, Doug is saying, it is real. It is spectacular indeed. I have friends that visit Prague, and they say it's very beautiful. And yesterday in history, in 1872, in food history, the patent for the donut cutter is granted to John Blondell Thomason in Maine. This is very interesting because it was a new and useful improvement in the donut cutters that would speed and automate the process for the productions and the consumptions of the pastry, and started the billion-dollar industry that is today. And you know me, I love to cook, I love sweets, and actually, I have to be honest, I know it's not healthy because there is a lot of fat, but the donuts is one of my favorite sweet things in the United States. All the rest, not so much. I love donuts. 1947, the Briton Princess Elizabeth and Lieutenant Philip Mountbatten becomes engaged today. We have a beautiful pictures, and they will be married later this year at the Westminster Abbey. Look at them. They're still married, and they're an amazing love story. I heard, by the way, that the series The Crown, that tells the story of Elizabeth, they stopped filming for Netflix, but they decide to have a new series. So let's stay tuned. And if you haven't seen The Crown on Netflix, I suggest you watch it. It's very beautiful. It's history, it's love story, and you get to know more about Elizabeth. And yesterday in 1955, Bill Haley and the Comets with the song Rock Around the Clock tops the Billboard charts and becomes one of the best-selling singles of all time. Unbelievable. 1956, I know you guys loved it. Dirk Clark makes his first appearance as host of America Bandstand and would host it until its end 33 years later in 1989. I missed all that part of American history, but I know it was very, very popular. I saw it in France, actually. You could dance, right, JJ? I think it was a dancing thing. Birthday yesterday, actually, July 9, one very nice. In 1819, Elias Howe, inventor of the sewing machine, there he is born in Spencer, Massachusetts. And in 1956, a multiple Academy Award-winning actor and COVID-19 survivor, Tom Hanks, is born in Concord, California, and turned 64. Tell me, JJ, did you have something to say? Oh, just that we have Tom Hanks. Yeah, we're a big fan of Tom Hanks, actually. He's one of the guys that, with JJ, is our favorite actor. So happy birthday to Tom Hanks. Events of today. We got one today. So thank you, Doc, for yesterday and today, July 10. Can you believe July 10? So in 1938, aviator Howard Hughes makes a record flight around the world. He completed the trip in just 91 hours, breaking the previous record by more than 4 days. Taking off from New York City, he continues to Paris, Moscow, Omsk, Yakutsk, Anchorage, Minneapolis, ending back in New York City. I like those names. I don't even know where those places are, but so he did it in 1938. And in 1964, music events, the Beatles released A Hard Day's Night album as the soundtrack to their first film of the same title. And the name Hard Day's Night came from Ringo, apparently, that exclaimed that after realizing they had worked very non-stop, like me with the Giada Life, day and night. And a year later, today, 1965, the Rolling Stones have their first #1 single on the USA Billboard charts with I Can Get No Satisfaction. Never sang that song, but I like it. From their album Out of Our Heads. Birthday of today, July 10. So in 1856, Nikola Tesla is born there he is, in Semiljan, Croatia. One of the most brilliant minds of the last 500 years. He proves Thomas Edison wrong, which is why we have AC electricity around the world today. And upon his discovery, the radio communication was also enabled. There is a beautiful movie about Edison and himself that is called Current Wars, which is available on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, I said it is amazing. And today, in 1947, country singer Arlo Guthrie is born in Coney Island, New York. There's a picture. He turns today 73 years old. His son, Massachusetts, became the state song. And today, one of my favorite, 1972, Sofia Vergara, actress from Modern Family with a very Latino accent. If you don't know her, you have to get familiar with her, beautiful woman. She was born today in Barranquilla, Colombia, and turns 48. She's spectacular, beautiful. She's very funny. I got to meet her in LA, and she's amazing. So these were the birthday and event of today, and we have a few honorable mention that we forgot apparently last Wednesday. So one is 1839, today, July 8th, so Wednesday, Rockefeller was born in Richford, New York. I live in New York, so there is a beautiful center dedicated to him in New York. And he was considered one of the wealthiest American of all time, and richest person in modern history. And in 1935, on June, last Wednesday, also one of our favorite singer, because Doug said my favorite singer, I love him too, Steve Lawrence was born in New York City and turns today 85 years young. He lives in Las Vegas, dear Doug, and is a good friend of my dear friend Dennis Bono. So happy birthday if he's watching to Steve Lawrence. And if somebody knows him, please let him know that Giada wish him happy birthday. And in 1947, actress Kim Darby was born last Wednesday. She's famous for we love John Wayne's. I know my father does. She was famous for the Oscar-winning movie The True Grit, and she was born last Wednesday, June 8, in Los Angeles, California, and turned 73 years young. There she is with Doug, and she's still active as an actress. Personal birthday and event today for me. June 6th, yeah, I forgot completely. Last June 6th, my dear friends and Dutch superstar Gordon, that was my guest, as you can see on the pictures below if you saw that episode, at his birthday, and he was born in Amsterdam. Happy birthday, dear Gordon. If you have missed that episode, please go back and watch it on youtube.com on Giada.live. It was an amazing episode. And by the way, also today, Gordon has released a new single, which is a duet with Tino Martin, which is a very famous Dutch singer. And the title is Als alles wat je zegt echt waar zou zijn. If you're wondering what it means, if the title is If Everything You're Saying Is Really True. It's a beautiful song. You can go on the page of Gordon and you can listen to the duet. It's, by the way, an acoustic session filmed at a casino in Amsterdam. So happy birthday, dear Gordon, and congratulations for the new singles. These were the events and birthday of the day. This morning I also got an email from another guy that was my guest, a dear friend of mine, Steve Salomon. I know you guys loved him. So when he was my guest, of course, we talk about his new a lot of things, but we spoke about his new book, The Political Correctness and Other Forms of Insanity. I'm reading here, and Steve told me that his show based on this book is now available for you guys to see on Roku. There is Steve on the pictures with me, so you can go on Roku TV and click on goldennetwork.tv and you can see the show. I know that you, Roger Scallion, brought even the book. So if you love the book and you want to see the show about it, go on Roku and you can see and you can catch up the show of Steve. Thank you, Steve, for letting me know what happened more. I see Ronnie Manicotti, it's appearing also there, and Ronnie sent me a couple of days ago a beautiful present all the way from Cincinnati. He said it costed me to send it, to ship it to you, then to buy, and there it is. Friends and family gather there, and I put it on my living room. That's what a beautiful frame that he sent me is made in wood. It's colored by hands by somebody. It's very beautiful. Thank you, Ronnie, and thank you also for serving Ronnie is a veteran, and we love our veterans. So thank you, Ronnie, for always sending me this beautiful present. It's now in my living room because that's the place where friends and family are gathering. So tomorrow, so today we're going to be talking about wine, and tomorrow I'm going to be in the kitchen and tomorrow I will be a chef and I will be cooking for you some delicious pasta. I call it pasta della nonna. Many people in Italy call it also pasta alla cenere. Hash pasta for me is the pasta that my grandmother was making. It's a delicious pasta with gorgonzola cheese and olives. We go back for one Sunday, for one Saturday with something with carbs. I really was missing my grandma, and I wanted to make something that remind me of her. That are the ingredients: so rigatoni, cooking cream, black olives, sweet gorgonzola, olive oil, salt, and pepper to taste. And we're gonna be making that in the kitchen tomorrow. I'm very excited to make that one. I haven't made it in a very long time, and I wonder if it will go well with my Prosecco. I will let you know tomorrow, but maybe it will go better with the Pinot Grigio. I receive a lot of bottles of wine, so if you see me talking nonsense, in vino veritas, probably is the wine. And me, not having ever been a drinker, I zip this at the end of the program because who knows what would happen if I get to drink that right now. Probably I start to talk in other languages. So I'm gonna taste it in the end. Be patient. And tonight is gonna be a great night because tonight I told you I worked on last week. Tonight there is the opening of the season of the Red Land Bowl tonight at 8 p.m. Normally they do a summer music festival. Look at that, the beautiful theater. Of course, this year it's not happening due to COVID-19. So they decided to do like a season that is gonna be virtual, and you can watch it for free on YouTube. So tonight at 8 p.m., if you go on youtube.com/redlandbowl or facebook.com/redlandbowl, you can watch at 8 p.m. the show, Giada from Venice with Love, and me talking in between. I filmed it last week for free. And if you live in the San Bernardino area, you can catch the program on television on PBS, on the PBS channel. That's what's happening. And now let me go back to the wine because I know you guys have been is it new people over there. By the way, is it new people are watching today? I see some new people I haven't seen ever, like Oliver Walter. Hello, Oliver. Where are you watching from? I see Antonio. Hi, my dear Antonio. So if you're new, I see Veronique from France. Welcome back home, Veronique. She just came back from vacation. So guys, if you have not seen the show before, you can catch the episode, more than 100 episodes, on giada.live or here on the YouTube channel where you are. This is sign language for YouTube channel. And you can catch it there. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Giada Valenti, born and raised in Venice, Italy. Actually, born and raised not far from the pictures on the back, le colline del Val d'Obbiadene del Prosecco. So today we talk about Prosecco, which I still smell it. I hope you guys have it. And I will tell you later, by the way, you can buy this Prosecco online. I'm going to post a link. I'm working on having a link that I can put on my website so you guys can buy it directly when you're watching. But now at the end of the program, I'm going to put a link, and if you are in the United States, you can order it. If you guys are around the world, I don't know. I have to find out. So if you're interested in having this Bosco del Merlo Prosecco to know if it's exported in your country, just let me know where you're from, and I will try to ask my friend, the Paladin family, to figure it out if they sell it also in the country where you are. So since 2019, the beautiful landscape that you see in the back, where I passed by those streets so many times growing up, became that place is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site because of the beauty and also because of the importance of the region, because it's the only region where the Prosecco, this very, very popular one, is originated. As I said, I don't know much about wine. Toledo, my father makes fun of me, so I decided COVID-19 is going to be the time for me to get more educated also about wine. After all, I'm Italian, I love to cook, I need to know more about wine, so I don't look like stupid when people talks about wine. Like this wine is fruity, I've learned that. It tastes like fruits. So, Start from picture number 1. I prepare some stuff. So guys, let's learn something together. Pictures number 1. Here it is. The wine, the Prosecco wine that I have here in front wine, that's where in Italy, that's where you can find it. On the northern of Italy, that is the Prosecco production area. It's a large spanning area in the Veneto, Conegliano, Valdobbiadene, Treviso, and Friuli, Venezia, Giulia. That's the only place in the world where the real Prosecco DOC, we're going to be talking about it, is produced. And that's where I was born and raised. I have a pictures number 2 to show you that Giorgio is saying. There is the name Prosecco, I didn't know. Prosecco comes from a village, there it is, you see it, a village called Prosecco that now is in the suburb of Trieste. I know Sal and Diane are from that region, but it was originally a village from the formerly Slovenia. The name Prosecco so is Slovenian actually, Prosec, that means path through the woods. And that's where the wine originated. Tell me, JJ, you have something to tell me? Oh, JJ is saying something with the finger because I look at a different picture. I look because I read your comments, but the camera is over there. Sorry, guys. So, the zona del Prosecco so originated from Slovenia. The little village that basically, I've seen pictures of it, is very pretty. Pictures number 3. So, wine is made comes from grapes. I knew that. I didn't know though, and maybe you don't know either, that the wine that makes Prosecco is called glera. That's the glera. It's a typical kind of grapes, and since 2009 he has this name in all Europe because it's protected. So at least 75% of Prosecco needs to be made of glera, and the other 15% can be made of any kind of different grapes. I didn't know that. So this particular one that is very fruity, I'm reading here, is from the Prosecco Bosco del Merlo of my friends, the Paladin family, and it's 75 is made of glera, and the other 50% is Pinot Noir, Pinot Nero, go figure, which means Pinot Black. The addition of Pinot Noir, I'm leaving, is giving more structures and bitter taste to the wine in order to boost the Prosecco's aroma. And believe me, it really smells very nice. And for somebody that doesn't drink wine, it smells delicious. The Pinot Noir addition gives also the characteristic bubbling thing. Can you see the bubbles, guy? I see them coming up. Yes, and gives the wine a unique elegance of the palate. As I said, I'm not testing it now, I test it in the end. For somebody that never drinks wine, drinking this will mean being drunk by the end of the program. So not doing that. I found 3 interesting things that I didn't know, maybe you didn't know either, about the Prosecco. I hope you enjoyed them. Actually, one reminded me something from school. When I was going to school, I did Liceo Classico, the Classical Lyceum, and I remember learning that, but I forgot all about it, and it came up today. So the Prosecco has ancient history. I didn't know. The glera grape, the grapes that we saw, was already produced during the ancient Rome. In fact, Plinio il Vecchio, Plinio the Elder, as for you in English, I studied in Rome, there he is, was a Roman author and wrote the first encyclopedia ever of natural history, and we had to read it at school. Was talking about different topics that we had to translate from Old Latin, and one was about wine. He was talking about Prosecco. He was talking about Julia Augusta, apparently a lady who lived to became 86 years old, which was at the time apparently very old, and she said that the source of her longevity was drinking the Prosecco wine, the glera wines. Go figure. And I remember at school, that's why I said, even though I don't drink wine, I remember that Plinio il Vecchio, Pliny the Older, is the guy that invented the quotes in vino veritas, so which means there is truth in wine. When you're drunk, you speak the truth. So JJ, you will tell people tomorrow how I'm gonna be when I'm gonna be drunk drinking this Prosecco. I'm gonna say the truth. I'm gonna say probably that I love you all, dear friends and family. Go because I always talk about love. By the way, Plinio the Older, this is something that is very dear to me. He was born in the Lake of Como. If you go to the Lake of Como, in one of the villages, there is a beautiful church, and there is that statue that you see on the facade of the Cathedral Santa Maria Maggiore in Como. And let's make a stop for a second, and let's stop about talking about Prosecco. Guys, have you ever been to the Lake of Como? JJ, can you show that picture? I've been there several times. It's one of the most beautiful places on earth. That proved, I mean, George Clooney has a villa there. You know, he could have bought a villa any place, and he brought it there. Look at that place. So that's me in the middle of that boat, in my dream, of course. I'm going there next year in October, so if you want to join me, please make sure that you watch the trip on my page, giadavalenti.com. I know you, Doug, you want to come with me. Maybe we should go there, Doug, and drink some Prosecco on the Lake of Como. Let's do that. So, another fun fact I found about Prosecco, educating myself, I found out that only in 2009, so recent here, the Prosecco wine has become an Italian DOC, which means di origine controllata. It's very important, it's designations of origins. It's written actually on the bottle somewhere, yes, here on the bottom of the thing. So make sure every time you buy a Prosecco that is written that is DOC, these designations of origins, and even better quality is DOCG, which means Denominazione d'Origine Controllata and Garantita. So it's even highest quality, and is the highest classifications of wine in Italy. Also, Bosco del Merlo has even a higher quality than this one. I haven't got a bottle of that one, but I will request it, so I will let you know if it's even better than this one. And so when they got this DOC and DOCG name in 2009, they also created with something that is spectacular. I haven't done it myself, but I was speaking to my parents this morning, and they did it last year. There is a Strada del Prosecco. There is the way of Prosecco. My parents went last year, and he said it's amazing. It's basically is a street you see there in the region where the Prosecco is made. It's Strada del Prosecco. It starts in Valdobbiadene and go through several villages until Conegliano town. Conegliano is a beautiful village I've been. And you go through a vineyard, and it's very steep. My mother suffers of how you call it? What is the name of the thing? Vertigo. So she said it goes very steep, very high, but you can drive around and you can get out of it. And I have some pictures that you can see. The street of Prosecco, my parents said, is beautiful. It's like a fairy tale. It's green, and you see vineyards after vineyards. Look at that. That's the picture I have on the back. Actually, I drove the little parts. I didn't know it was called Strada del Prosecco. And you encounter also castle, chapels, churches, and of course, all the way through, there are also restaurants where you can drink and you can eat amazing food. My parents did it last year, and so next time I'm going to be in Italy, hopefully when COVID-19 is over. I keep saying by the end of the summer, I want to do this one, and I will send you pictures, guys, unless you're going to be there with me. But now, to be there with me, we have to go next year. I have to add that one on my trip. Okay, so I found out another thing that I didn't know. I don't know, did you guys knew all these things, by the way? I found out that Prosecco is not always bubbling, and there are different kind of bubbling. Listen to this. The Prosecco has 3 levels of perlage. I like this language, perlage, it's French. Basically, it's a fancy word for bubbles. So the Prosecco is sparkling, but not always. So it can be spumante, which is like this one, very bubbling, or it can be slightly frizzy. That's the thing. So it's called frizzante, or it can be tranquillo, quiet one, with no bubble whatsoever. Even though, like the one in the pictures, even though I've been informed that the last two, so the frizzante and the tranquillo, it's difficult to find outside Italy, so it's not exported. And by the way, until the 19th century, all the Prosecco had no bubbles, so it was tranquillo, quiet. And in the 19th century, they had some bubble. I don't know why, but as I said, I don't know nothing about wine. I'm just reading what the information I found out about it. But I'm trying to connect, thanks to my friends, with some wine expert, people that can tell me and all of you hopefully are going to enjoy it more about wine. So we're going to learn something. I've learned that Prosecco, this specific wine that I'm going to taste in a second, you can pair it with It's an excellent aperitivo, so it's for cin cin, Italiano per Prost, cin cin. And it's perfect for fish, white meat, risotti, and fresh cheese, all stuff we love. And the best temperature is 42, 46 Fahrenheit. Probably this is this the good temperature, JJ? Yes. JJ said it's good, so we'll be tasting a good temperature Prosecco. So, many of you, at least I don't have to wait too long, JJ said, otherwise it's gonna be hot because the airco is off. I don't know you guys, I thought Prosecco and Champagne was the same thing. I was made aware that absolutely is not the same thing. So, Veronique, you're French, probably you knew, and you drink wine, I don't. So, this is the difference I found out about Prosecco and Champagne. First, they're made of two different grapes. Go and figure. We know now the minimum 75% of the Prosecco needs to be Glera, and the other 15% can be different kind of wine. The Champagne, on the other hand, is typically made of Pinot Meunier, Pinot Noir, and Chardonnay. So this one, to remember, was Glera and Pinot Noir, this specific Prosecco, 50% was Pinot Noir, and apparently the Champagne is all made of Pinot Meunier, Pinot Noir, or Chardonnay wine. People also offer, I've read, people ask about the difference between Prosecco and Champagne, me too. So to put in the simplest word, I found out that you can say that the Prosecco is fruitier, lighter, and sweeter. I like the fact that it's sweet, so I'm looking forward to taste it. And as a bigger bubble, whether the Champagne is more dry and yeasty. And that have to do with the way that the wine is produced. I didn't know nothing about the fermentations. I've read that the Glera happen to ferment, have a fermentation in tanks, so in big tanks, and it doesn't need a lot of personal work from people. And in the other hand, the Champagne need to be worked bottle by bottle, which makes also a difference in the price. That's why Champagne is more expensive, because it needs more attention, personal attention from people. So a bottle of Champagne starts around $40, I've been told, and a bottle of good Prosecco starts around $12, which is a huge difference. And the price difference has made the Prosecco very, very popular among the people. I read here actually that the Prosecco, there's more Prosecco sold in the United States now than Champagne, 307 million bottles a year. That's a lot of bottles, versus the 304 millions of bottles of Champagne. Chin chin. So this is all the information I gather about Prosecco. Did any one of you had questions? If you had questions, just put them there. And I see Anthony Bozza say, Ciao Giada, I like the Santa Margherita Pinot Grigio. I like it too, and actually my mother worked, and also my brother Roberto, they worked at the Santa Margherita wine things. And the Pinot Grigio, I agree with you, is delicious. Tomorrow, actually, when I'm going to be cooking, I'm going to try the Pinot Grigio of the Bosco del Merlo, which is the same region, so I guess they're all similar. And I will let you know, Anthony, if also that one is good. So, guys, I like Prosecco more than Champagne. That's Sal Fiorentino, he said. Of course, you are Italian. But we have Veronique, for instance, with us. I don't know if we have also Natalie. Maybe they like Champagne more than Prosecco. I read in an article, though, that there is no... I mean, part of my family is French. There has always been this battle between what is better. Italian cheese, French cheese, Italian wine, French wine. There is always this battle. And my father always said to my uncle, to make him lose the battle, but you married an Italian woman, so I guess Italian was better. So, and then my uncle Gaston didn't know where to go. So I read that there is no way to compare the two wines because they are completely different. There are some people that swear the Champagne is better, and some people that swear the Prosecco are better. Me, I never drank Champagne. I will be drinking today for the first time Prosecco, so I cannot compare the two. And I'll let you know in a second if I like. But am I done with all my talking, JJ? Because otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. So, do you guys have probably more since the coronavirus, lots of it, Prosecco more than Champagne. Drink so you will even be more funny. That's what Sal is saying. You know, they say in vino veritas, Sal. So probably if I drink the Champagne, maybe I'm not even more funny. Maybe I fell asleep. Because you know me, I'm always tired because I'm working. So Sal, I don't want to fall asleep while I'm talking to you. So guys, by the way, it smells delicious. I'm gonna put, is fruity, is bubbling. Can you have some stuff with this, or you just drink wine? I've heard JJ, I'm looking at JJ because they say when you drink without eating anything, you get drunk easily. So I don't want to get drunk. So do you have some? I just have lunch, JJ said, but I had a very, very light lunch. By the way, talking about lunch, tomorrow I'm going to be in the, I leave you with the chin chin, tomorrow I'm going to be in the kitchen cooking for you delicious pasta della nonna, rigatoni actually. I like it with rigatoni, but you can have any kind of short pasta, but you know me, I always, my grandmother made it with that kind of rigatoni, so I'm going to try to find that pasta. I'm going to be shopping later. Olives and gorgonzola and some cream fresh, some Parmesan cheese, and you know the drill. So tomorrow we're going to be eating pasta. Did I forgot to mention anything? I think everybody. Let me go here. Oh, the new schedule. Thank you, JJ. First of all, tune tonight on YouTube to watch my From Venice with Love television special, and I'll be talking to you actually. I recorded last week. So it's going to be tonight, 8 p.m. on YouTube. It's free. You just go there on youtube.com/redlandsbowl or on facebook.com/redlandsbowl. So thank you to the Redland Bowls for making me part of their summer festival and opening the season actually. And every Friday they are going to have different artists. Stay tuned. They have also some of my favorites. They have also the Texas tenors, I think in 3 or 4 weeks, so make sure you tune them. So if you like this kind of music, make sure you stay connected to the Redlands Bowl. What else? New schedule. So I know I got you confused. I got you drunk before you even were starting drinking. So I'm decided that I will be live with my Giada Live on Tuesday with a guest, on Thursday with Italian culture and lifestyle, and Saturday I'm gonna be in the kitchen. JJ made even a card. So Tuesday, celebrities interview, Thursday, Italian cultures and lifestyle, and wherever we figure it out, and Saturday in the kitchen. Do you guys like that new schedule? Just let me know. I hope I've chosen the good day. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Easy for you to remember and easy for me too. Other things, I'm trying to put in the Sunday music. I'm going to call it like Love Song Sunday, but we cannot do it on Facebook, YouTube and stuff. So I will be doing it in a couple of weeks on my Patreon page. So make sure you also follow me and go on my Patreon page. Patreon page is going to be on Sunday, and I will have something. I was talking yesterday with JJ and Doug, and to have some, maybe a couple of songs that you can even choose. Like every week we're going to have 5, 6, 7 songs that you can choose from, and then on Sunday, voila, the songs that have been chosen by the majority will be the one that I will be singing for you on Patreon on the Sunday Love Song. I know many of you have joined me there, so if you haven't, go to patreon.com/Giada Valenti. Of course, it's a donation thing, so it starts from $1 a month, and you can go up to 50. I know Roger Scallion, you're gonna get more than the other, because I mean, the more you pay, the more things you're gonna get, but you can read there all the information. But already starting with $1, I think you will see the video. And I just posted on my Patreon the song Volevo scriverti da tanto, which is one of the means I wanted to write you for a long time, and it's a song that was recorded live on my concert last June 25th at Space here in Las Vegas. I know many of you watched it, and I decided to put there this song because it's a beautiful love letter for all the people that we love, and we always keep saying, you know, I'm gonna write him, and you never do. It's a beautiful song sang by Mina, and I did it during the concert, and I put it on Patreon. So if you want to see it and listen to the song, you can go to the Patreon page. I know many of you are already part of my Team Awesome. Yes, and Veronique said, I'm happy to be part of the Team Awesome. Actually, you have been part of my Patreon family for a longest time, Veronique, so I thank you for that. Are you doing songs on YouTube? No, no songs on YouTube, Richard, because YouTube doesn't allow much music, so I'm gonna sing and do whatever I want on Patreon, which is, by the way, if you're not familiar with Patreon, it's like a private Facebook. You know, we had a lot of kind of issues lately with Facebook. Me personally, somebody faked my name and took my profile pictures, and they were doing like I was me, sending friends requests to all of you. That will never happen on Patreon. And on Patreon is private. There is a wall also there where we can communicate with each other. There is private messaging where we can write to another. So it's like a completely private Facebook page. I've been using it with Veronique and with a lot of people that are already following me and part of what I call my team, awesome family there. And it's very easy to communicate. It's easy for me to find the messages, and you can send pictures, you can do anything. So just check it out. It's patreon.com/Giada Valenti. I will make sure that on Tuesday, next Giada Live, I will have a card so you can see the Patreon link. So as soon as we start with the Sunday's Love Song, you can be join me there. And I guess this is all I had to say for today, besides to say thank you, I love you. I saw Sal there. Did you see also Diane over there? Thank you, Diane, for your donations. I got it yesterday. Diane is another one together with Sal that they every month, because I never like to talk about this kind of thing. But of course, I'm out of my work. There is no income coming up. And of course, I need to stay afloat. Still, I have all my bills to pay and everything. And I'm an independent artist, so I'm not a millionaire whatsoever. So your support and your donations really are my way to thriving through life right now. And I know Diane and Sal, you guys together with also with Roger, and have been Elena Beninato, you did it, and all of you, you chipped in once in a while. So even my friend Lisa, who is without job and taking care of her mom, she sent me $1 every time she sees the Giada Live. So this means the world to me. So thank you guys for keep supporting me. Keep liking the page, even more I would say. Keep subscribed to the YouTube channel. It's over there. It's over there. There's a YouTube channel for you. And I am Giada Valenti here in Las Vegas, sunny Las Vegas, but of course I was born and raised in Venice, Italy. And there on the back you have the place where we went today, which are the Colline di Conegliano del Val d'Obiadene, where you make this delicious Prosecco. And I'm going to leave you with a chin chin. I wish, guy, you were here with me to have this pros together with me. I will have JJ, he has a glass too. I'm going to see you on Tuesday. And Tuesday, my special guest is going to be a musician. My dear friend Michael Linton is an amazing saxophone player. We played together on a couple of songs. You're going to discover an amazing person. So I will say, I'll see you tomorrow in the kitchen. You see? Only the smell of wine makes me forget that I'm going to be live tomorrow. So I'm going to see you tomorrow in the kitchen, not Tuesday. Forget about Tuesday. I'm going to see you tomorrow, 2 p.m., same time, same place. Actually, not same place because it's going to be the kitchen. I leave you with a chin chin. JJ, don't switch the thing. Let me drink it. It's fruity. It's bubbling. Actually, for somebody that doesn't drink wine, I think I can get addicted to this. So if I became an alcoholic, it's because of the Prosecco. Chin chin, guys. I love you. And I'm going to be see you tomorrow in the kitchen. Thank you for being with me. A domani.
Dankeschön, dear old Dankeschön. Thank you for seeing me again. Though I'm here in my solitude, I know you are there, and in my heart I smile again. And so I sing here in my solitude, waiting to see you, same time, same place. And I can't wait to say again, Dankeschön, 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 dear old Auf Wiedersehen. See you tomorrow. A domani.